we'll begin with Tim.
Hi, is this working? Yeah, okay, right. Okay, good to go then. Right, this is my school where I'm head of art, St Philomena's in Sutton. For 6 years, the school has been recognised as one of the top 5% of schools for the progress our students make. Yes, that really is the uniform, and yes, that really was a stately home. The art department has a brand new art building. Facilities are improved in music and drama, and funding's been made available for weekly dance workshops. Students participate in overseas choir tours, and large numbers, hundreds, are involved in choirs and performance events. It looks idyllic, but it is a state church comprehensive, and we draw our 1,200 students from a broad spread of communities. Department budgets have been cut by a fifth, and our GCSEs have been affected by the EBAC. As a Christian community, we believe that the arts has a unique role in developing the aesthetic appreciation, sensitivity and creativity that can augment the already rich spiritual life in the school. We recognise that the central role that the arts play in the national curriculums aim to provide a broad and balanced curriculum. Our Artsmark statement of commitment proposes not just to develop the arts and access to culture in the school, but also we want to improve the whole school, addressing an identified area, that of levels of mental health concerns. We have focused on student health and wellbeing and the engagement of selected hard-to-reach target groups, the vulnerable pupil premium, to name but a two. Involvement in the 3 year groups have been involved in creating artwork for an exhibition addressing mental health and welfare, addressing in part the needs of the vulnerable in school and challenge all involved to reflect in a positive response. The best work was displayed at a central London exhibition. Complementing this, we worked with the school's art therapist, Kerry, who led a session with selected students where they used structured drawing exercises as a vehicle to explore their feelings. Our target group, which makes up 14% of the school, includes the vulnerable pupil premium students. I was excited by the Cultural Learning Alliance's Imagination Report. Involvement in the arts has a role to play in developing the whole student character, academic performance and student core values. Demonstrations of this and wonderful arts ambassadors are our last two school head girls, who also had leading roles in the school production Oliver. I've compiled research records, interviews on participation by learners in identified target groups, on what the arts mean to them. We welcome researchers for a new direction to the school, investigating good practice for the Generation Culture Report into the provision of pupil premium funding to enhance young people's access to the arts and culture. Across the arts, we've increased with a new range of extracurricular opportunities to include Musical Theatre Society, Illustration Club, Student Arts Council, Pop Choir. The participation in meaningful arts projects across artists and museums, and a quarter of the 54 vulnerable students in the school have been involved in regular arts activities outside lessons. We have set up the Student Arts Council to gain feedback and develop their own student leadership. They overwhelmingly report that participation in arts and cultural events provides an outlet from stress, pressure, examination and academic demands. As a result of networking, we have an architect parent governor who is keen to be involved. We planned ongoing artist partnerships and creative university visits. This weekend, we have set the homework to visit artists in the local Carshalton Open Studios. We have secured meeting time next year for our Arts Teacher Action Research group of at least 16 staff to share some of the training for the CLC programme, including our key values, our self-review, developing a range of partnerships, listening to the student voice. I would like to add to this group staff from other departments across the school. I want to build upon joint visits we lead with science, geography and history to Kew, the National Gallery and Hampton Court Palace. At Key Stage 3, we get to take whole year groups at a time, 200 students to galleries and museums. In recent years, I've run arts awards successfully with students mostly responding with enthusiasm. This year, with a Year 9 low ability teaching set where 13 would fall into my target group, I've been challenged by their more limited experience or understanding. As a result, we've placed in our calendar gallery visits and workshops for a lower ability set. For me, Our school production represents the best of what we can do and our biggest challenge. Can we increase the numbers involved next year, including more hard-to-reach students and the more able who now recognise that it does enhance them academically and develop their character? I'm going to give this presentation also to senior staff at the school and governors in the future.